Welcome to my new home. I am so excited to do this little home tour for you all. And before we go inside, I think I want to show you the porch because that's really what sold us on this house. So let me take you around to this porch. Now, what makes this porch so amazing and extremely southern is the fact that it is a wraparound porch. This is a 1905 Queen Anne Victorian, and Queen Anne Victorians are well known for their porches. And I'll show you guys real quick. This porch goes all the way back there where there's a door to the kitchen, and then it does wrap around and go all the way back here, where you can see some of our backyard space. And it's not that much garden going on in this house, but I plan to change that and grow as much as possible. And one last thing I wanted to point out about the porch is its ceilings, which is in the color paint blue. And that's something you'll notice if you ever travel to the South, especially the cities of Charleston, Savannah, or New Orleans. A lot of the ceilings in the homes are painted blue, and that's a way to prevent ghosts. There's a belief that ghosts can't cross water, so the blue paint is meant to make it look like water, though there's several variations on this lore, but definitely be keeping that paint color. I will be changing the front of the house to put a big gaslit lantern because they are just so charming, and you do see a lot of them around the area, and I think it'll be really cozy. So that's a big plan for the porch. Of course, I'm gonna have a lot of porch furniture, maybe a dining table out here, a lot of space to work with. So next, let me take you inside. So before we come in, I did want to show you one of my favorite things about old homes is the detail work. So even little things like this doorknob here, these little details in this little doorbell are so unique and something you can't really find in modern homes. Now let me take you inside to the entryway here. So the star of the show when it comes to the entryway is this staircase. And I am just in love with the staircase. I can already envision how I'm going to decorate it next year for Yule. I'm going to probably have garlands up and down the banisters here, and probably a little Yule tree right here as well. So I'm going to have a lot of fun decorating for the holidays here. There is a lot of wood trim in this room and really throughout the house. Now, I know a lot of people tend to buy old historic homes and then they just paint all the wood trim like white or gray. Don't worry, I am not going to be doing that. I'm going to try and preserve the wood trim throughout the house as much as possible. Some of it's in quite a bit of disrepair, but I'm going to do my best to keep the historic look and feel of the home. Another thing I want to point out is these floors, which are throughout the house. There's no carpet, it's all hardwood floors. This is a unique type of wood called heart pine, which means it comes from the kind of the center or the strongest part of the tree trunk. And you can have different types of trees for heart pine flooring. I think the floors in this house were made from the longleaf pine tree, which is local to the South. But what's really unique about these floors is the color becomes redder over time. So there's a lot of variation in color, all the way from kind of pale blonde to deep red throughout the house. And the redder the board, the older it is. So I love kind of the color variations throughout the floors in this home. So next, let me take you to the room that will be our music room / formal living room. So one of the things that you'll notice about many of the interior doorways is they have these transom windows above, and this is a feature you'll find in a lot of old homes here in the South. That's so you could have cool air come into the house before the invention of air conditioning. They're actually movable with these kind of metal poles where you can tilt the transoms, and then you would open all the exterior windows and then the air would just kind of flow through the entire home. So this room here will probably be a formal living room slash music room. Thinking about getting a piano. I'm gonna have a record system here and some nice couches. But the star of the show is probably two things: these beautiful windows as well as this fireplace here. So there are 4 different fireplaces in this home, and the goal is to make all 4 fireplaces functional, because I love the idea of a cozy fire, and I know people are gonna think I'm a little bit crazy wanting fireplaces in the South, but us pagans, we like fire, so that's the goal. So this one here in the formal living room is really stunning. It's got this beautiful cast iron plate that shows a couple with their pet dog, and there's a lot of beautiful details, including these nice ionic columns. It's a double mantle, so I can put things both below and above the mirror. And I think that the fireplaces in this home can function really well as different pagan altar spaces that I can decorate as the seasons change and decorate for the different holidays and Sabbaths. So that's gonna be really fun to plan out. There are some weird things about this room. The previous owner painted this on the wall, which I'm probably gonna paint over. It's just not really my style, but it's kind of neat. And we'll be replacing all the curtains. We'll be changing the color and the wallpaper of this room. Right now I'm thinking maybe a royal blue color with maybe some wallpaper details above the picture rail. Maybe some wallpaper kind of by the fireplace. We'll see. I have a lot of ideas, but of course share and comment down below if you have any suggestions for the color of this room. So between the music room and the dining room, one neat feature is this set of pocket doors. This is something that you'll find in a lot of Victorian homes. The Victorians were not a fan of the open layout that is so popular today. They liked to close off their rooms, but I really love this detail. I'm probably going to be cleaning and staining these a little bit to fix them up, maybe adding some fresh hardware here. So I love that it has this little feature. But now come on in to the room that will be the dining room. This is the first time in my life I will have ever had a dining room. I've been in tiny apartments my life leading up to this moment. So I'm really excited to finally have a place to sit and eat dinner. We have a chandelier here that I'll be changing to a different type of chandelier, probably something a bit more Art Deco, Great Gatsby vibe. And we have, again, another fireplace. This one looks like it has been used previously, not too long ago, so I'm hoping this one won't be too expensive to make functional. We have a nice green tile on this fireplace. We have a Greek key design with, again, some really nice detailed columns, and the double mantle with the mirror again. Unfortunately, the mirror has a fair bit of scratches, but I think with a bunch of candles there, it'll conceal it okay. And yeah, so this is our dining room. So just off the dining room, we have this door that leads to a little screened-in porch. So my plan is to have a couple chairs out here and maybe some plants. I definitely plan on growing a lot of stuff, as much as possible, including even some door-sized trees like a fig, a peach, an apple. So I'm going to try and grow as much as possible. Just past the screened-in porch is our little outdoor deck, and we do have a little tiny strip of garden space for the backyard, but most of the gardening space is really in the front part of the house. So just outside the dining room, we're back in the main hallway where we have the entrance on one side. At the end of this hallway is a little powder room, which isn't super exciting except for the fact that there is a really nice stained glass window. It's a little damaged, there's a couple holes in there, but I think it still looks really nice for the space. So across from the dining room, we have the kitchen, so come on in. So I am a big cook, so a nice kitchen is really important to me, and while there are some things I want to change up about this space, one of the things I love is how big it is and how much potential there is. One of the unusual things is this gigantic kitchen range, and that is because this property is zoned where it can be used for commercial purposes, and the previous owner ran a bakery out of here, so that's probably why they needed a double oven, extra large kitchen range, but I'm really excited to be cooking in that. We do have a cute little pantry here that I'm calling the Hobbits Pantry because it's kind of got low ceilings in here, but I think it's pretty cute. It's a bit of a mess right now, but I'll eventually be using that as a pantry. This door goes to the porch again, and let's see, this space was where the washer and dryer was. But instead of having it in the kitchen, I'm going to be turning a different room into a laundry room, which I'm going to show you in a second. So instead, this space is going to be like a second pantry, but have a lot of work to get done in order to make that happen. And one of the things to note about having an old home is there is an endless number of things that need to be fixed, including in this house, a lot of the baseboard trim and parts of the floor that are really struggling. So I'm gonna have to do a lot of work in fixing up a lot of different trim pieces in this house, but it's definitely not a super big task, so I'm excited for that. So next, this room here definitely needs a bit of work, but this will probably function as my office. I'll be, of course, moving all of this stuff. I've just now started to move in one piece at a time. These are the new washer and dryer that we got. There's this weird sink in here that I'm going to need to take out. And it does have good light though. I really appreciate that. So I think this will be a really nice office once I'm done fixing it up. And then over here we have the room that will become the laundry room. It's not too big, just big enough for a washer and dryer. And then behind that, we do also have a little bathroom in here as well. Definitely going to be changing up this tile work, repainting it, but it should look good when I'm all done. So next, let's move upstairs. One of the things I want to do to the staircase is we have this little detail up there, and I want to replicate that for a little decoration right here on this newel post, and possibly the one up there as well. So that'll be a fun project. And of course, I'll be changing the wall color in this whole entryway, stairway area too. Maybe some wallpaper, who knows, could be fun. Another neat detail is this diamond window we have in the staircase, and I love the idea of possibly doing some stained glass in that space, and I'll also be changing up this light fixture. So after you get to the top of the stairs, you get to the master bedroom. So I'm so excited to share with you my room here. It's a pretty big room. I absolutely love the windows here. And again, we have another fireplace. So this fireplace is maybe my favorite fireplace in the house. It's extra girly in my opinion and kind of has some Venus vibes to it. There's a really nice kind of fish dolphin detail on the columns. We have some clamshell detail on the cast iron grate, and the main image showing a woman playing the pan flute with a few cupids. It's really pretty and feminine, and we have some nice dark green tiles. So I'm actually thinking of painting this room kind of an emerald green. Let me know your thoughts on that. And here's the closet over here. It's just kind of a generic closet, not too big, not too small. It should work just fine. And here's the bathroom. I like how they put the double sinks in this kind of antique vanity. I might be changing up the mirror here. I'll probably be changing up the light fixtures, but I really was excited to see that they have a clawfoot tub. So I've never had a clawfoot tub before, so that'll be really fun. And then you just have the toilet over here. Probably again be painting the walls, maybe some wallpaper in here, who knows. So it'll be fun to decorate the space. So we have another bedroom here that still has pretty good light. I will be changing the paint color, and there is also a bathroom for this room. I do like how they kind of fit the sink again into an antique piece, and we definitely have a lot to work to do for the trim in some of the rooms, especially this bathroom mirror. And there is a pretty sizable closet back here. There are some kind of weird holes in the wall, but it'll be really nice to have all this space once I put in a kind of a closet storage system. So next we have a room that's probably going to function as kind of like a TV room / living room space, even though it's upstairs. So come on in. We have the last of the 4 fireplaces in this room. And an unusual thing, the owner left this gigantic armoire. I don't know how we're going to move it. It is a nice piece, so we probably will try and just move it to another room and use it. So one of the neat things about this fireplace is there's actually a little compartment where you can put some kindling or wood for the fire. We'll definitely be making this fireplace functional as well. So this fireplace is definitely not as elaborate as the other ones, but the little details that we do have on the fireplace I really like. So this will be a really cozy place to hang out during the day. And next we have the haunted, creepy attic. I mean, every old house has to have one, and this is it. Now, there's a story here. So when I was exploring right after we signed on the house, I noticed this weird bag at the base of the stairs. And I'm like, oh, what's that? The previous owner must have left something. I open it, and no joke, it's a skeleton. And I have been too afraid to open it all the way to determine if it's a plastic skeleton or a real skeleton. My guess is it's probably just a Halloween decoration item, but that was really creepy to discover right after you buy a house. And there's one other really creepy feature about this attic. When I went up there for the first time, the previous owner left a bunch of plastic horse toys, like all in a circle, that just stare at you as you come up the stairs. Really creepy. I haven't had the courage yet to get up there and throw them all away, but I definitely plan on doing that. So if there are ghosts in this house, they live in the attic. Let's hope they're friendly ones. So we do have a little upstairs balcony here. The previous owner left some junk, but it's a really good space, and it has a pergola up above, so I can have some growing vines up here. It'll be really beautiful once I get some nice patio furniture and have some plants up here, and just a good way to spend the day. And you can really see the beautiful trees around here too. It's just full of those classic southern live oak trees with the Spanish moss. Lots of southern vibes, which I'm really excited to have. So we're coming to the end of the home tour, just 2 little rooms to show you. First, we have a bathroom up here. Not too exciting, just a generic small bathroom. And then we end the tour in this room, which will be my husband's office space. And it's just a little cute room. I'm sure we'll decorate it a bit, and he'll have his desk, you know, all set up. So it'll be nice to kind of have our own spaces to get work done. Yeah, so that is the tour. Thank you guys so much for watching. I am so looking forward to reading all of your comments. So let me know what suggestions you have in terms of paint colors, design tips. This renovation process and this decoration process for this home is something that's going to take years. So it's not going to be done overnight or anything like that. I really am looking at this home as a forever home. So I am so excited to share this journey with you as I am decorating and celebrating the different pagan holidays here, and as I am learning about how to fix up the house. A lot to learn, but I am so excited for the journey. And thank you guys so much for watching. Definitely subscribe if you haven't yet, and I'll see you later. Bye.